Walks on the beat, fuck you, man. 84 radio, this shit is strictly out the street. Boosted bad ass nigga.
Foolish made this fool.
After the bubble and wait till it gel up, whip it together and drop it in water. I got a cookbook full of them recipes showing y'all niggas how to cook that yo. Drop it in Pyrex, mix with the soda. Play at the door, tell them wait, I'm in motion. I'm really serving the fiends, but you stuck in the track, getting money, gotta do what you posted. I'm really pushing it, you got a slow start. Boy, that's cat right, New York, go hard. Bows in the brake like when I'm about to go far. Bells in the back of the truck with a scrap in my lap. Can't even count like I ain't been addicted to track, cause my life full of moving them pants. We get them in for the low, but the quality fine, so it's time to go fuck up the truck. She like when I'm spitting that hot shit, told her to back up. I ain't no rap nigga, too many bricks in the back of the track to be broke. If you ain't getting money, come get some. I ain't got a chop, no tote my pistol, cause I ain't going down without hitting some. So many scripts I can flip and the prices to drop at the clientele, get more than 2 of them. I got a plug and drop it and double it back, but fuck that, I can come my own work. We hit this block with them choppers and double right back on the fuck nigga, put them on a t-shirt. AR-15 and it came with a titty. Spin a little block till the car get dizzy. It'll be weird if them choppers won't with me. Fool in the studio toting that glizzy, you supposed to be mixing. After the bubble and wait till it gel up, whip it together and drop it in water. I got a cookbook full of them recipes showing y'all niggas how to cook that yo. Drop it in Pyrex, mix with the soda. Play at the door, tell them wait, I'm in motion. I'm really serving the fiends, but you stuck in the track, getting money, gotta do what you posted. I'm really pushing it, you got a slow start. Boy, that's cat right, New York, go hard. Bows in the brake like when I'm about to go far. Bells in the back of the truck with a scrap in my lap. Can't even count like I ain't been addicted to track, cause my life full of moving them pants. We get them in for the low, but the quality fine, so it's time to go fuck up the trap.
Get them in for the low. They go to BR, they go and they go. 100 pounds up in 40 hours. My little cousin Duke like go get more. Cocaine in the gas tank of the Monte Carlo in the 64. Microwave got a nigga paid. I was losing shake on that fucking stove. No cap. Family addicted to pay, but still you a bold. A whole lot of motion, show your devotion. Nigga gon' bless you, play with the pack. Nigga gon' stretch. I had to do what I was supposed to. I was losing hope. I roll her back with perfect nigga, but you should see a nigga cook some dope. Huncho, bitch like Griselda Blanco. Take that pack, I hang you from a bridge, big choppo. No time to get dapped, cause I got a pack in the bag. Blunt in my mouth and a strap in my lap. A bitch on the way with some clothes she stole, and my niggas got money for bows.
After the bubble and wait till it gel up, whip it together and drop it in water. I got a cookbook full of them recipes showing y'all niggas how to cook that yo. Drop it in Pyrex, mix with the soda. Play at the door, tell them wait, I'm in motion. I'm really serving the fiends, but you stuck in the track, getting money, gotta do what you posted. I'm really pushing it, you got a slow start. Boy, that's cat right, New York, go hard. Bows in the brake like when I'm about to go far. Bells in the back of the truck with a scrap in my lap. Can't even count like I ain't been addicted to track, cause my life full of moving them pants. We get them in for the low, but the quality fine, so it's time to go fuck up the trap. Fuck it up then.
Boosted bad ass nigga.
Hot shit, I ain't no rap nigga.
Yes, sir.
These niggas gotta do what they posted, man.
Long live road runner from Boosted bad ass boy. Brother holding it down for you 100. Look out and watch us from the sky. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, y'all? You are now tuned into another episode of Stirring the Pot. And we stirring, y'all. Hey, listen, thank everybody for watching. Once again, I can't thank y'all enough over in Africa, UK, London, Puerto Rico, Canada. What up, Canada, Toronto? Y'all rocking with your boy, and I thank y'all. But hey, listen, we are here. And tonight, y'all saw the video. The visuals was dope. You know what I'm saying? He got the bars. You know what I'm saying? He be going in with his own flow, his own lingo. You know what I'm saying? And he do it like he doing it for TV. And speaking of which, we on that now. You know what I'm saying? But hey, folks, I got the one and only BTM KEE, North Carolina's own. How you doing, good brother?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing, fam?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm happy that you're here, you know what I'm saying? And it's good that you're here, you know what I'm saying? So I gave you an introduction, but like I do with everybody, I let everybody introduce themselves the way they want, you know what I'm saying? Long as we don't curse, you know what I'm saying? So introduce yourself the only way that you can.
What's up with y'all, man? It's your boy BTM KEE. I'm coming from the small country town of St. Paul, North Carolina, man. I'm trying to put on for my city, man. I'm still going. I just got home, you know, and back to it. But,
hey, he back to it. Y'all heard him. And that song that he had that we just was playing was called Go Hard, featuring Boosie Badass. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, man. Tell the people about yourself and how you got started in the music before we get into the collabs and all that. Let's talk about BTM KEE, the artist. Tell us a bit about it.
See, well, you know, my pops used to do a little music. I used to go chill with him sometimes, and I see him rapping on the mic. And then I went out the city for a while, and I ended up coming across the studio, and I liked the beats. So I was like, man, you know, my homeboy used to rap, so I was like, man, I want to try it. I want to try it, see how it go. So I recorded a little something, sent it to some of my boys back at home, and they called me like, oh, QA, that's it. Like you ain't tell me you could do that. So I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I started dropping track after track, and I seen I was falling in love with it. And then after a while, you know, my brother Jaquan Taylor, he was a big reason of why I continued to do it. He ended up passing away back in 2021.
My
And
condolences, bro.
I appreciate it. And I made a promise that I keep doing it, you know? So that's why
Yeah,
I even got this thing, like every time I meet a famous person, do a song with a famous person, they give Jaquan a shout out towards the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? It's just like me giving back to him, basically. But
that's dope, man. That's dope. So what age was you when you started? When you said you wanted to try it, what age were you?
I was like 20, going on
And how
21.
old are you now?
I'm 24. I just turned 24 in February.
4 years in, y'all. 4 years in.
In, man.
He going in. He got his own flow, his own style, and y'all see he got a legend on the track. So that's showing y'all in 4 years time. You know what I'm saying? What year you did that song? Was it last year, right?
That was 2022.
22? Okay, so it took him 2 years to get bubbling, bro. So listen, I want to commend you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, man.
Let's talk about that record before we get into that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about how that record was put together and what was the synopsis behind that. Like, break that down a bit.
I remember sitting outside with my cousin one day, and you know, I was throwing out ideas. I'm like, man, you know, I really want to do music. Like, this is something I really truly want to do. And you know, thinking back to Jaquan and all this, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do it, I ain't gonna half step. So then we got word that Boosie was coming in, you know what I'm saying? He was down in Raleigh. So, you know what I'm saying? We made a couple phone calls. Foolish ended up pulling a couple connections for me. We ended up linking up in the studio next day. So we
That's what's up.
recorded
That's
up
what's
together.
up. So how did you and Foolish link up?
My uncle, see, my dad's brother, he was telling me, he told me a long time ago when I first started, he was like, man, I got a homeboy, he do beats and stuff. But you know how that go. Everybody uncle knows somebody who do something. But when I ended up meeting Foolish recorded some of my first actual tracks that like I could, you know what I'm saying, that I would drop. And fell in love with it, man. Just kept going from there. Foolish really
Yo,
played
I'm
a
gonna
big
say
part of it.
this. Foolish get everybody into it, man. And this is my guy. And I want to say salute to him, you know what I'm saying? And I do this a lot, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people will be hearing me speak of him a lot. And it's because he's a talented producer, you know what I'm saying? He got an ear for talent and he's a monster on the keys and a monster with the beats just all around. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Yeah, he definitely nice with it. So when he drop and when he hear what you spitting, he'll make the beat according to what you saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then be like, yeah, there you go right there. That's the one right there. Now go to move and do. Did he do you like that?
Man, we got this one song on the last tape that I just dropped, and it's called Taylor Boy Ballad. And so Foolish just played the piano, and I'm in there rapping, and he playing the piano around my voice. And we ended up keeping the track and dropping it. The man's magic, man. I give it to him.
Yeah, see? And that's what he did with me with the frauding record. So I wanted to give a special shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? I told him you was gonna be on, you know what I'm saying? But so 4 years into it, you know what I'm saying? What was growing up in St. Paul's like? You know what I mean? Like tell the people a bit about that and tell the people about the origin of your name after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a two-part question.
Okay. Growing up in St. Paul's, really, my cousin is the one who really introduced me around the way. See, I came in St. Paul's back in middle school. I was in 6th grade. You know, I didn't really know too many people. I just knew my cousin was out there.
So where was you originally before middle school?
I jumped from Parkton, Bladen County, Hope County. But St. Paul's turned out to be home, you know. Especially I was there for a while. But yeah, being with my cousin, he used to just, you know, show me around and fell in love with it. You know, it's just like I could say I'm in love with my city, but this is not where I want to stay. You know what I mean? That should be anybody's goal. But yeah,
Right.
it's growing. It's just like any other hood. I mean, growing up, you know, your mindset it shifts from one thing to another. We just wanted some money over there. You know, I mean, I grew up. All of us, we grew up around a bunch of old heads, so we learned the game kind of early, and you know, and it just really crafted us into being like, okay, you know, we want stability in our life. We want to look for the bigger picture. But it's country, you know, grilling in the backyard with auntie and them drinking beer. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just St. Paul's.
Yeah, I'm a Philly boy, so I'm gonna be real, right? When I came down here, it was a culture shock. It was a huge culture shock, bro. So when I came down here, it was a huge culture shock because the way y'all do things is different. Y'all sound y'all have accents. To y'all, it's not accents. I have an accent to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like y'all got accents. Y'all talk different. Y'all lingo different. How y'all carry it different. And to me, it was a culture shock. Even the open space, because where I'm from, everybody's house is like right next to each other like this.
Fast.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got down here, it was a culture shock. So growing up in the South for you, and as a South artist in North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? What was the inspiration for you to start like really going in the way you do? Like
Jaquan. I said it once before. I mean, I was playing with the music for 2 years straight. I mean, it was just something that I like to do for fun. But when Jaquan passed away, I was okay. You know, there's no time for games. He really was in love with my music, so I'm gonna give it to him.
he was the
And
one.
he was the one.
Yeah. Yo, I seen J-Bo in the video too, man. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. Like,
Rest in peace,
you know what I'm
J-Bo,
saying?
man.
That was definitely dope. You know what I'm saying? His energy in the video was definitely up. And that
Yeah, man.
was dope too, you know what I'm saying? He was
J-Bo
one of
wanted to
them
put
ones.
on.
He was a one of one. And he was definitely one of them ones, man. Um, can you speak about that a little bit? Like, what was your relationship with J-Bo like?
Um, Nothing but good things, man. J-Bo wanted to take things to a next level, and he wanted to use a team to do it. You know, so like when we really started seeing like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You spitting, like we together. You know what I'm saying? Like we wanted to find a way that we can bring all artists together and push for the Carolinas. Cause it really not no teamwork going on anymore, you know? I mean, he
Yeah,
has his motion, I have my motion. How can we use both of our motions to make a bigger motion? You know what I mean?
yeah.
But J-Bo was nothing but love. In the studio, he was supportive, you know. He was, I mean, he was J-Bo. It's
Yeah,
just
J-Bo
a
was
personality.
J-Bo.
He's a
He
personality
was a
himself.
thorough young boy. Like I definitely like this energy, you know what I'm saying? And I said that before on a interview. Um so who is BTM Key listening to right now?
Who am I listening to?
Give me your matter of fact, before you tell, give me your top five all time, and then give me the five that you listening to right now.
See, okay. Now, let me tell you something before I go into my top five, so ain't nobody surprised. I
Go into who
like,
you listening to first, then. Yeah.
okay, Z and that dough. Um, I would say Raw Wave, most definitely. That ain't going nowhere. Um, Lil Baby, Pee Wee Longway for sure, and my top four. I could give you one more.
You can give yourself the fifth spot if you want.
Hey, that's what I was thinking. BTM Key.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so who's your top five all time now?
Really the ones I just named. That's that, and I just heard Z and their dough recently, and the only reason I say that is because I like the rappers that are just not coming up. Even though Pee Wee Longway, you know what I'm saying, he's considered a legend in my book. Lil Baby a legend, you know. I got those singled out. But Z and their dough from Dallas, he coming up. And of course me, I gotta put myself in there. Because I know how
Yeah,
hard I'm working to get to where I want to be.
yeah. That's what's up, man. So So you got to work with an OG legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? One of the legends of legends, highly respected all over the world. What was working with Boosie like?
Actually, it was fun. You know, it wasn't like he came in and took the paper and was on some like, oh yeah, I want to just lay something down. Nah, he actually took his time with me. We chopped it up a little bit. He was giving me game about the industry. He was asking questions about me, and it threw him off when he found out how old I was because I guess I look a little older than I am. But he asked me was I signed to anybody. I told him nah, I'm unsigned. But I'm telling you, Boosie's good people. He actually makes working fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that was definitely dope. And Foolish showed me background footage of how y'all was vibing to the song that y'all did, and then he was showing me him in the booth and all that. And then he posts that now on his stories and stuff. But he showed me when y'all did it and all that. So to have that and to have that stamp from the
Yeah.
OG, what did that mean to you?
It felt good. It just mean like maybe this music thing is for me. Maybe I can keep going. Like maybe I'm not going in the wrong direction. Sometimes I just be looking for a
Absolutely.
sign. Well, that definitely was a big sign.
Yeah, definitely was a big sign. You know what I'm saying? So tell the people about some other collaborations that you did.
Big Yavo, we met up in Charlotte. Um, Big Yavo, he's real lyricist. You know what I'm saying? He got punchlines, and going in there with him, it was just like, okay, we're gonna go in. He felt the vibe of the song. We had a fun time doing it. I ended up meeting Lil Soldier in the process and on that network. And then Golden Boy Count Up from out of Florida. Now me and him had a ball. Golden Boy's like a homie. I can connect with him anytime I need to. He really truly was more so with the music. He's trying to find like I respect him because he's very down to earth. So when we made our song, you know what I'm saying, we actually chopped it up about it. You know what I'm saying, sat back, like, okay, maybe we could do this. Maybe we can come at it like this. Well, okay, we go back and we fix it like this. Golden Boy, I definitely want to work with him again.
That's dope. That's dope. So what you like more, performing or recording, and why?
Um, I would say performing. And the
Why?
only reason I say why is because people are turning up to my hard work. You know what I mean? It's basically like a reward in a way. Because at the same time I'm getting paid for these shows. And then you telling me these people love to hear my music, people popping out just to hear me. Man, feels good, man. Really
Yeah,
a good feeling.
definitely good. So how was your stage performance? Would you say? Is it turned up? Is it relaxed?
Wow. Man, we
How
be
would you
turned.
describe your own stage performance?
Oh, man, we be turned.
You
We
be
really
turned?
truly be turned. I'm telling you, we have a
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, that's dope, man. I definitely will say that listening to your music, I'll be turned. You know what I'm saying? Because you be going in, you know what I'm saying? And I can hear that you've been in the street life, and you know what I'm saying, you had some adversity, so like you can hear it, so it reflect when you talk. Talk about that a little bit. You ain't gotta say too much about, and nothing that's going to incriminate yourself, but talk about that and what that life was like for you that made you want to put it through the wire.
I mean, when you make music, it's about your story, right? I mean, you'll get a lot more out of the music when you telling, you know what I'm saying, you talking about something. I'm just not, I understand a lot of people used to always tell me, bro, to make a hit, you gotta be repetitive. You know, I'm like, man, I'm not that type of guy. That's not my type of thing. I got a
Right.
story to tell. And then when you relaying your message out there, it's just make a lot of people relate to it. You know what I mean? People done hit my DM like, bro, I had my Roadrunner album when Jaquan first passed away. You know what I mean? People hit me like, man, I felt that. I just lost my partner. I just lost my mama. You really helped me cope through, man. That made me feel good. Then, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Of course, what I'm talking about, the other albums, what I'm talking about, people like, man, you talking. You talking. This is the type
yeah.
of I want to hear. Like, this is that. So, I just, I'm just me. I ain't want to be nobody else. I'm me.
Yeah, that's all you can be, man. And I suggest that you continue that same thought process throughout your journey with this music, man. I think you're very talented, you know what I'm saying? And for
Appreciate
such a young age, I'm 42, so I'm the backwards number of your age. So for somebody that to make some things happen at such a young age and carry it the way you carrying it, even going through the things that you're going through out here, man, it can be hard. Let's talk about the adversity. You know what I'm saying? You was booked. Telling people about your experience in that, and if it was something that you could tell the youth younger than you, what would you tell them?
I would say, if you can't do no time, get out of the streets. It's because basically, I mean, I sat over something dumb. You know what I'm saying? Something dumb. And I've seen people sit over something way worse than me. And I could tell that, you know what I'm saying? According to my case, I could tell your case went right. And it's not just that, because I had no bad priors or anything like that. So always watch what's going on around you. Because just because you're not going to find out who you are until your back is against that wall. You are not going to find out who you are until that back is against that wall. And just because you think you might be solid, your homeboy might not be solid. The guy that you see yelling and screaming, he did that and that, he might not be solid. If you can't handle it, don't go in there. Because you're going to see it. And then when you find out there's nothing that you can do, either you're going to fold or you're going to stick solid.
That's a fact.
It's not as easy as you think. When you sticking solid in there, you realize every day, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm holding strong. Anything can happen. I'm fighting right now. I'm fighting for my life the right way. Instead of, you know what came with this. Don't throw no other guy under the bus just because you got caught up. You know what came with this.
Right. So what would you tell the youth? What good advice would you tell the youth as far as some positive advice would you tell the youth with the music and with this type of life? Like, what would you? Well, you told them don't. You ain't built for it. Don't try it. But also, because that's basically what you said in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? I said the short version, but I'm gonna say something positive too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm OG-matic. That's what they call me around TTs and everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So, or OG Tig or Tig. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I would say, you know what I'm saying?
It's better out there, man. It's better things.
It's not worth it, and your freedom is everything. You know what I'm saying? Your freedom is everything. So, I would say, be smart out here, and if you're doing music, let that take you wherever it's going to take you. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to you, man. You dope. So you already know already. It's taking you somewhere. So continue that journey and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Get tunnel vision on your goal with the music. You know what I'm saying? Welcome home for one.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, and now that you home, you a solid dude. So I'm gonna say that. Stay 10 toes down out here and keep your tunnel vision on your goal, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got any projects booming right now that you about to drop? Like let's talk about it.
I mean, I've got a lot of DMs about a lot of people asking me when I'm gonna drop something. I'm gonna surprise them. Just come out of nowhere. Same way when I came home, you didn't see. I didn't go media blast. So he's home. Nah. I just popped out. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm still me. I mean, of course, music revolves around the internet, but I'm more of a private person. You know, I stick to who I'm doing. But the projects I got coming up, I'm working on a little tape. But I do have something ready right now that I want to go ahead and dish out there just to give everybody a glimpse of what's going on. So be prepared for that.
Yeah, I could dig that, man. I definitely could dig that. So if you had a dream collab with anybody, rapper or singer, who would that be and why?
Rod Wave.
Rod Wave, because he do both. He do both.
See, I don't even say why though. I told you my whole career really revolving around Jaquan, and that was our boy. That's the whole group's boy. Like Rod Wave be talking. If you listen to him, he talking. But
and he was real conscious.
And I
Conscious.
always told bro before he passed away, I'm gonna get a song with Rod Wave one day. Straight up. I mean, it didn't matter how big he got. You know, of course he took off. He took off to the moon. But it didn't matter how big he got. I always told him, I'm gonna get a song with the man one day, just so we can replay it on our speaker every day.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So where do you see yourself going? Where do you see yourself going with the music? Like, what's your plan? Tell the people a bit.
See, really, truly, I'm just trying to see what provides the best opportunity. Honestly, I do want to work with somebody because everything I've done, I've pushed myself. And it would be nice to work with someone because, I mean, I want to see the connections I want to see the connections that you have, and I can provide my connections, and maybe we could take it a little further. I wouldn't mind signing to a label, but I wouldn't mind staying independent as well. It's basically whatever comes. Because at the end of the day, even if I don't sign, I'm still good, and I'm still going to continue doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. So who would be the dream label for BTM KEE? Like, if it was one, if you look, you looking at the labels is out here. So what label would you think you would consider like a great label to be on, and why?
I kind of want
That was
to
a
skip
good
that
question.
It's a good question. I kind of want to skip it, man. You might blackball me for some of the guys. But I mean, I would say 4PF. Between 4PF or quality control, of course, but 4PF or Bread Gang.
Okay. That's dope. So yeah, man, I think what you're doing is you're on the way to what your goals are. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of dedication. You know what I'm saying? So that leads to my next question. What's your writing process?
Like, we're coming up with the music?
Mm-hmm. What's your process?
I mean, whatever. Like, the process of making a song, it usually just comes from how my day went. I may be mad one day. I want to make a song because I'm mad. I may be in my feelings one day. I mean, we all got FNEs. It's just how I'm feeling. I can't make a song and adjust myself to make that song. I can't be happy, having a good day, then go to the studio and say, oh man,
every day ain't gonna be a good day.
Yeah, so I can't go to the studio sad and then I want to rap. I rap about based on how my day went, what's going on, and then you'll feel my emotion because my mood is in it. So I mean, sometimes I may write here and there, but if I write, I don't think I've ever wrote a full song. I probably wrote and then took like 4 bars or something off here. I'm like, I'm gonna throw it on there, and that goes exactly with that.
So you going off the mitt with it then?
Yeah, man. Me and Foolish.
Yeah, I go off the mitt too. So you know what I'm saying? That's how I did the Fraud record. I got a home studio, so I recorded it, went off the top, learned it, and then went to Foolish Studio and laid it. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of the home studio. You know what I'm saying? You get to work on it until you go where you need to go. With the real engineer, because I'm an okay engineer. You know what I'm saying? And like, I knew if I went to Fool, you know what I'm saying, was like, look, he literally said, was like, yo, the reason I ain't been wanting to do nothing with you, because you be dropping all this music. He ain't say dropping. He said you be making all this music, but you never drop it. I'm telling you, if I work with you, you better drop this joint, bro. You better drop it. I was like, all right, I got you. Lo and behold, we did that joint. Yo, we was in the booth no bit of 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew the track by heart. Like I said, I learned it off the top. Mm-hmm. We went in the booth. I laid that joint. He put his sauce on it. You know how he do. Foolish had me in the booth singing, bro. Like in the song, The song, this how the hook go. The hook be like, y'all niggas ain't moving that word. Y'all niggas ain't be moving that dirt. Y'all ain't blowing that kush. Y'all niggas ain't sipping that perk. Y'all is
Okay.
beef frying. Y'all is
Okay.
beef frying. And but he had me in the background doing other ad libs with vocals going, singing like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
He
like, okay.
creative now. He's creative.
And once that John dropped, I was like, yo. I couldn't even see myself doing something like that, but he brought the creativity out in me because he was like, yo, you was just doing it before we was in the booth because I was doing actual notes and stuff. He was like, no, you might as well put all that in the song. So I was like, yo, when you got a producer that's like that can really see the full potential of you, you stick with them, man. I think that song that y'all did, man, that joint go hard. And I know y'all got a couple other joints, like you just said. So what's the name of your project that's going to drop? You ain't
I'm
titled
still
it
here.
yet?
I'm still here.
Say
That's
it
the
again.
name of it. I'm still here.
I'm still here. That's
Mm-hmm.
dope. That's dope. So what's the meaning behind that? Like, tell the people about it.
See, when I was locked up, the way I used to cope with myself all the time, like, cause I didn't have a cellmate for a while, so I was sitting in the room by myself, and the only thing you could do is think. And I used to tell myself all the time, like, a lot of things could be worse. I could be somewhere dead. You know, I'm still here. At the end of the day, I'm still here. I know I'm okay. I'm gonna fight. So
Right.
regardless of whatever goes on in life, you still here.
Yeah, man. And through all the adversities in life, that's one thing that should matter. You still being here because God ain't done with you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get them sit downs to get taught a lesson from him. And once you get the lesson, you got to learn your lesson, know what he trying to show you. You have the vision, stick to the vision. And like I said, keep tunnel vision on that goal. You know what I'm saying? Until you reach it. But you got to put him first. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how that go. You know what I'm saying? We make mistakes in life. We do things that hinder us, you know, and is at our own disposal. But in the same sense, once you learn your lesson, you don't make the same mistakes. You grind, you work, and you'll see the fruits of your labor. You know what I'm saying? So
See,
with that being said, like that goes without question. You know what I'm saying? You still
that's
here.
what it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, I didn't want to come off as, oh yeah, if you can't do this, then you know what I'm saying, get out the street. Nah, it's not more so like that. It's just my generation, we're hard headed. You can't you can't sit here and tell them, oh yeah, your freedom is worth it. They're gonna take that risk. They're gonna take that risk. That's why I
Yeah,
had to give it the hard way. Like, you can't handle it, get out of the way. Because
yeah,
that's how my generation accepts it. They don't take it as, oh, your freedom, because they playing with their freedom every day. We all play with our freedom a little bit every day.
yeah. And that's why
In
I
a way.
started. That's why I said your freedom is everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I started off by saying that because um I ain't never been booked, but I was in the system. So I was booked as a juvie.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
once I got out of juvie, I was like, I did 8 years in juvie, bro. So I was like,
Yeah.
I ain't never coming back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to the system. Even if I decided to be out in the streets, and I was out in the street, I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000 with you. I was out in the streets. I was doing things. My name ain't Matic for no reason. It's a reason
Mm-hmm.
behind that. But we'll talk about that off the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Off the
But
camera.
yeah, man, it's like I just figured it out, and once I realized that, you know, I gave away a lot of time missed because I couldn't be with my family, I couldn't do things I really wanted to do, and that part really got to me, and it gets to people. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you ain't getting no letters, people ain't tapping in, all of that. So I know how that feels. You know what I'm saying? So if it's one thing in life that it taught you, what would that be and why? I'm switching my questions up, folks, for those that do watch the show. I usually ask that question when I end the show, but I got more questions for BTM. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I would say life goes on. Regardless of if you're here or not, life goes on. Everybody's going to treat it like that. So just remember that everybody's life don't stop just because you're locked up. You know what I mean? Use your time wisely, because if you ever have to go back there, That's when you're gonna start thinking about everything, thinking about all the stuff you shoulda, coulda done. But just always remember, life goes on, regardless if you're here or not.
Life goes on. That's right. All right, so let me ask you, who was the one that really pushed you and saw your talent and was like, yo, you got it? Who was that person for you?
My dad.
Your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Pops, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, free my Pops, man. But
Yeah, that's what's up.
Pops used to, he used to always hear me. I used to be in the back. We had a home studio, and I stand there for hours. I'm talking about my homeboys wondering where I done went missing.
Yeah. Oh, folks, my guest came out the room. He'll be back in the room, folks. Just give me a second. But to keep it going, you know what I'm saying? BTM KEE is on here and he dropping the gems and sharing his life on Stirring the Pot. You know what I'm saying? And we stirring, you know what I'm saying? As he shares his life, you know, like he said, he's still here. And I think that's one of the dopest things about him, you know what I'm saying? Because even with adversity, he chose to keep it moving and keep pushing. You know, life can be hard, but even in life, you know, you got to keep pushing, you know. So until my guests come back, I'm going to give y'all a little flavor. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give y'all a little flavor. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, we out here. Like, y'all know what it is. I still got the bird out here. I know y'all like, yo, the bird ain't even the logo no more. I'm not putting that X up there. And I'm not. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? I like the bird better. You know what I'm saying? I might change with the times eventually. We'll see. Who knows? But like BTM KEE said, you know what I'm saying? I'm still here. And that's one of the great things about life. You know, even in adversity, you get to keep pushing. And life can be hard. And when life throw you curveballs, you still keep swinging. You know, you don't stop. You keep pushing. You have ambition, motivation, and you give it your all, you know, because you never know what's going to come from it. And when you give it your all, good things always happen, especially when you put God first. You know what I'm saying? So until my guests get back in the room, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of something right here, and we going to get it booming. Like,
Maserati, she didn't even dry yet. At the clay port, about to hop on that private jet. More Gucci than a tampon. F you in your deadline. Real rap, Kanye lost his damn mind. Hustle hard, get that cake right. Maggiano's for dinner, that's a date night. About to get it in, you know about them date nights. Her money long like them Escalade brake lights. This is real rap, far from the movies. I need the real thing, need no groupies. All she wants.
you back.
Yeah, man, that's my fault. I apologize.
Hey, man, it's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I know how I get. You know what I'm saying? It take you out sometimes, and then you right back in.
Man, my
But I think,
phone
you know,
died on me.
as me as a host, I have to keep the show going until you're back. You know what I'm saying? I was talking a little bit, and I just gave him a little music that was Jay Weldon together. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? So who did the visuals for your video? Let's talk about it.
It was my man 803 Trey.
Okay. Them visuals was definitely dope. Like, all the visuals was crazy. He put that thing together, man. That was a dope video. So where was y'all at when y'all shot it?
We was down there in St. Paul's. We went to my house.
Okay.
Everything was smooth. There we go. Now we're rocking. But
Yeah, we rocking.
Everything was pretty much smooth. We brought Boosie down to the house, and then we took him down to a little cookout that we had threw for him.
Yeah. I remember Foolish was taping the cookout. Like, it was a lot going on. You know it was a lot going on. Y'all was turned. Like, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? He definitely tagged me to that when y'all was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that. And that was pretty dope. So did when you talk to Boosie, did he drop any gems for you and give you some good advice? And if he did, what was that?
Stay sucker free. Told me keep doing what I was doing. Stay sucker free. He told me he liked what I had going on. He liked the brand I was pushing, and he liked the reason I was pushing it for. And you know, Boosie loved the country, so he said he had all respect for a young country boy trying to do it.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. So, as you continue on this journey and you're doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? The music is evolving. As music evolves, how do you feel about the current state of hip hop, period? As a whole.
I feel like it's changing. It's a lot of. I don't want to revert back to it when I say it, but I mean it's just how I feel. It's a lot of. You said no cussing. BS music. Like music about nothing. Music with no meaning. You know what I'm saying? Just bops. And then people condoning snitching across these rappers and stuff, and it's not like it was. I'm my pops, you know, he used to play a lot of old stuff, and listening to the old music, I guess that's just what we came up on. So,
yo, I ain't gonna front. I can hear when you spit that you got the new flow, the new age flow, because you gotta have your box because that's your generation. But what you talking about it and the way you going about it is like an old soul. So I can hear that. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope as an MC as your age. With your age, yo, I'm telling you, keep doing that, bro. Keep doing that because you can inspire so many and change generations when you do that. Because then that means as the times change, you'll be able to evolve with the times. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, certain subjects never change in rap. We know that.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say this, when we look at all of the ones that got older and they still relevant, the Jada Kisses, the Jays, you know, the Nas's, all of these people, they 50 years old, like, but they evolved with the times to stay relevant. What they did was they talked about the things that the generation is talking about now, but they also brought some consciousness to it. So as you evolve as an artist, do that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Talk about the growing pains of getting older and all that, because a lot of times some of our artists, they want to act like they young forever, and that ain't reality. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, talk about what we're going through as we grow up. That's what people gonna relate to. That's how you keep an audience.
Right. Right. But, you know, as time goes on and you progress, you know what I'm saying, make sure you keep them aware. I might be old, but I'm a spitter still. And that's me out here. I might be old, but I'm a spitter still. You know what I'm saying?
You still talking.
Yeah, I still talk that talk, man. I still talk that talk. They be looking at me like, you old head? Yeah, old head. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind it because I'm not one of them old heads that try to say that the young boys is garbage and all that. Now, like you said, I agree with you. It is a lot of BS music, and you got to fish through the water to find the big fish in the pond that's good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that as it changes, even as a older rapper, you gotta evolve with the times. You can still keep your original style, but still give the new style too. And that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I did that. I actually surprised Bipolar Music. They was the first ones to ever rap a cappella on the show. And when the show went off, they were still rapping. And I was like, man, I'm about to jump in this cypher. And they was like, you spit too? And then I spit. And I was hitting them with the I'm like, yeah, I do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I had them going off like, and they was like, yo, I ain't know. And I was like, yeah, you know, that's what you want to do. You want to show that you got love for the younger generation and your original style. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind as you get older. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think that what you're doing is great, man. And I think you're going to do some great things out here. and I want to give you your flowers now at this age. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say that I think you're a dope artist. That's why I wanted you on here. You know what I'm saying? And Foolish was the one that gave me the alert that she was home. Like, yo, BTM home. I'm like, for real? Back, say less.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So you see, I reached out to you right away. I show love to everybody, and anybody that I think is very talented, I have no problem telling them that. And you are definitely talented, man. And yeah, man, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Like anytime you got anything that you want to drop. Now I will say this, and I gotta say it because they probably gonna be on my top about it because I played the cursing on this, John. The next John, when you come on, it gotta be clean. You know what I'm saying? I played that one specifically because that's my favorite record of you. You know what I'm saying? I listen to a couple other joints and I be playing them in the crib too, but that's my favorite John because it reminds me of back in the day when I was a young boy recording, and I was in a group called Lions Den, and we did this one song called No, and it was like Whoa, Black Rob's Whoa, and everybody like no. And how you say, y'all go hard. Like you can hear everybody in the back doing it. I'm like, yo, that remind me of that. So that's why that's my favorite record, man. So that was some real nostalgia with that. Like that was dope. And then it looks crazy with the video at the same time with it. So it's like that was dope.
Man, I couldn't just record the song without the video, man. I had to have it.
Yeah, that was dope. That was definitely dope. So what's the any final thoughts that you want to give to the people? You know what I'm saying? Before we jump up out of here. I mean, we got a few more minutes, but before we do that, share your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Share your thoughts with the people as far as, you know, how you see your fans, how you see yourself as an artist and what you want to do. Like, the floor is yours.
I think, honestly, I feel like my career is how I want it to go. I'm being myself. It's not like I'm trying to make a song to appease this crowd, that crowd, that. Nah, I'm just being myself.
Right.
I make music about all type of things. You know what I'm saying? I told you I may be sad one day, maybe mad one day. I'm gonna have a good day. I mean, I make songs based on it's just like it's me. I'm giving y'all me as an artist, and I feel like my fans, they really appreciate that because nobody's hard all the time. Ain't nobody sad all the time. We go through ups and downs. You'll be able to jump through my music and say, "Oh yeah, this turned up. Oh yeah, talk to me, Keyway. Put me in my feelings today. You know, something." So that's my thoughts. Basically, just I'm just glad to be me. I'm just glad I ain't trying to pose. I'm just glad I'm just doing what makes me happy. Make music because I like it. So.
That's right, man. That's right. And that's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to be yourself because who else you going to be if you ain't being yourself? You know what I'm saying? That's what the Fraud record is about. You know what I'm saying?
Record is about.
You know, speaking of which, I'm going to just talk a little bit about that just for a second. I need you on that. I need you on Dollar on the remix.
Man,
I said that before the song, but I need you and Dollar on the remix, bro.
You got it.
I actually want to do, at least if I can have a whole bunch of people on that joint, it'd be like a 6-minute track. That'll be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because then that'll bring like the old feeling of how it used to be, like when it used to be all-star tracks and it used to be a whole bunch of people going in. Like how Control was 7 minutes, Kendrick joint.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. But instead of just him going in, other people coming in and dropping their bars to the same record. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I want to do. Hopefully I get to do it and y'all all get to hop on there with me because it's a fun record. If Foolish did his thing with that beat.
Hopefully we get a video.
Yeah, I want to do a video. You know what I'm saying? I want to do a video. I was supposed to be getting the video done. You know what I'm saying? Things happen with that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not say that on air either. You know what I'm saying? But things happen with that. And that's life. Life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go back to the drawing board and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So that'll still be coming out. It just won't be coming out at the time that I thought it was. So, like I said, things happen. Life be lifing. And life goes on. We still here, like you said. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
You're here, man.
Words of BTM KEE, and I'm using them too, folks. So yeah, man. I think that when you perform, right? I want to ask you this question. When you perform, what's the craziest thing that you saw performing?
What you mean?
Like since you've been out here performing, what's the craziest thing you've seen so far?
Oh, it's not really crazy. It just threw me off for a second and shocked me. I was just getting started on my show run, and I'm talking about it's this dude in there. He drunk. I'm talking drunker than a skunk. And the man, he ended up repeating my lyrics, throwing his hands a holler. He hollered at my lyrics louder than me. I said, "Oh man, I'm really getting somewhere." I like that.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That means you got real fans out here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard in today's time to get real fans out here, especially like you said with a lot of BS music. Some people just like you for the moment,
Mm-hmm.
but if they literally reciting your lyrics, they like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
A lot of times, and that's what's going on with a lot of the music. People just know the hook, but they don't know the lyrics to the song.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that. You want people to really be reciting, like you just said. You know what I'm saying? People reciting you is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's a special energy that can't be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? Because then that means it's authentic and people feel what you're saying when you say it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's dope. So yeah, man, we're gonna end it like that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming on, stirring the pot. You know what I'm saying? Stir with me. We was stirring. We got it out. You know what I'm saying? We got some things brewing. You know what I'm saying? And it was popping. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank you for coming on, and you will be coming on the pot so we can talk the deep talk. And we gonna and when we talk that deep talk, we'll talk about the experiences of being incarcerated, what that did for you, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that at a later time. You know what I'm saying? But it was a pleasure to have you on, man.
Man, it was an honor to be on here, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming. You know what I'm saying? You definitely was like, yeah, we going to make it happen. And we made it happen. You know what I'm saying?
We made it happen, man. We made it happen.
Yeah, we made it happen. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, folks, another one is in the books. We was stirring, we was booming, and we moving. Shout out to the real ones out here. Keep y'all head up. Put God first. Trust in Him, and your plan will work perfect. Once again, it's your boy Tigmatic, and I'm signing off this, John. Peace. My guy, you stay on, because we going to chop it up. But folks, enjoy y'all weekend. Turn up. You know what I'm saying? Love, live, and laugh. Deuces.